feeling a bit tired. It's getting late. I decided to stop work because I was starting to hit a bit of a wall.
Right, how are we going today?
Well, thank you.
We've got your dessert.
I've worked around 14 hours today, and that is something that's been happening more and more with the shortage of lawyers here in Alice Springs. I started at 8. Yeah, I was just going to print one that I can scribble on. That's not a problem. I'll try and handle it. Thanks for that. At the moment, I know that there is 13 people in the cells at least. I'm the managing solicitor of NT Legal Aid of the Alice Springs office. I noticed a number of defence lawyers were leaving the jurisdiction and seeking other employment opportunities. But particularly in October and November last year, there was a really large percentage of the legal profession here that left. I'm checking the court list to see what information I know about who's on there to make sure that we can identify who's self-representing today, who we have files or paperwork to take down for, if they're a pre-existing client. Australia is a country which the government funds legal representation to those who, simply put, can't afford it. And because of what's happening at the moment and there being a significant reduction in the lawyers, criminal workers working in this space, I don't think a lot of Australia would particularly know that people, despite that commitment from government, are going without representation.
Look at the list. Shit. Sore eyes today. Oh my God, look at how many names. I'm a lawyer to Indepth interpreter. Been working, got recruited as an Aboriginal interpreter for my country, for my people, 2015. It's been nearly 10 years now. I'm loving the job. I'm glad that I grew up with my language. It's pretty much sad to see other people lose their language. Hi, morning, congrats, it's me, Donnie. I'm just checking in at the courthouse. I just saw the big list today. It's like, oh, my brain's gonna be storming today. And it's filling them gaps as well with understanding Aboriginal ways and white man's way. So you bring that together, then you got, you have no worries of understanding as long as you've got us sitting in the middle and we don't go on anybody's sides. We're losing some of our best lawyers and they're moving out of Alice. Everybody started self-representing themselves until they get more lawyers into the court. They'll come up and ask, who's my lawyer, and what sort of questions can I ask? And they worry. You get a lot of people coming up and saying, am I going to get locked up today?
I'm from Indepth community, west north of Alice Springs. It's only about 270 k's out of here. I mainly speak Warlpiri when I'm back at home. Maltese is my first language. Actually, I was in court for driving, qualified, like drink and drive. Yeah. What happened was shocking. They told us that we had to represent ourselves, but it wasn't really usual. Like, it's not kind of the way we usually get when you get into problems. What I was scared of, getting sentenced. Don't want to go to jail because I'm doing all right on the outside, but I messed up a little bit. A judge decided just to give me fine and disqualified it. Before, when you had lawyers, because we'll clearly get to understand it and get told. Without it, it's confusing. It's 2024, but we still have our own way of understanding. Culturally, that's why we're stuck in two worlds. And hard to understand each other's world.
I've had clients who are very strong individuals, incredibly resilient individuals, cry. I've seen panic attacks. I've seen people be worried that they're having heart attacks. I've seen medical responses need to be called in by police. I've seen and heard people express their desire to self-harm. I've had people plead with me, please, please just help me. I think that although my heart's breaking, I get to go home, and it's the people who are in those cells that are trying to navigate this justice system, whether in custody or not, who are suffering. I think what's happening here is a crisis. What's happening here is devastating. I provided a duty service with my team to as many people as we could, which means they mightn't have a lawyer after today's appearance. And I really worry for their health, their mental health, and also miscarriages of justice potentially occurring. Yeah. I've got a lot of work now to do in preparation for tomorrow's matters, or work to do on today's matters, plus my existing caseloads. I'm really worried about my staff. This situation is really emotionally taxing, not to mention the increase in workload. Their welfare is something that is really hard to manage with what's going on at the moment.
It's pretty much good to come back home and just relax and sit down with family. Hello. Helps me relax and just forget about the court system. It's pretty much hard for me to actually sit there and watch somebody struggling.
One of the biggest difficulties for me in the current situation is not knowing when it's going to end or when it's going to improve. It makes me feel sick to think about not doing the job that clients deserve. And there is a risk that if this situation goes on, I know I can't do this for